Hey everybody. If there's one thing you know about me if you've watched the channel long enough, A, I love flannel shirts, and B, I love saving money. So it's time to feed one of the chambers of the Queen Castle that I put together the other day, not on camera or anything. So what I've got here is my quilt box, one of the quilt boxes I used to overwinter last winter. And interestingly enough, the bees didn't take any of the sugar. So I put 4 pounds of sugar in each quilt box in this center chamber. You can see there in the center chamber, they haven't touched it, it's hard as a rock. So what we're gonna do now is, I've got some water, believe me this is water. It's warm water from the house, and what I'm gonna do is, in an effort to save money, I've got perfectly good sugar here, no reason to not to use it. The only challenge you're going to have there is, I didn't bring any way to measure it. So basically I want to make a very heavy syrup. I'm not too worried about measuring it anyway. I just want to make it very thick so that the bees can, pretty much so they can eat it right away. So here, I had about 3/4 of a pound of water. You all know 3/4 of a pound of water would be 1 to 1. I want to make something heavier, even heavier than 2 to 1, which would be 1.5 pounds. So I'm just grabbing sugar here, trying not to get any sawdust wood chips that are in here. And once I get about half of this sugar, I'll know that I'm somewhere in that 2 pounds range, which would be more than 2 to 1. So there's just a way to save a little bit of money. Beekeeping is expensive enough. Save money where you can. If you've got a way to save it, then you can spend it on something else. Maybe it's bees, maybe it's not. But we're gonna have some really heavy, thick syrup here. I'm almost done. And all it costs us was what we would have spent last fall when we bought the sugar anyway. Once I get it mixed up, I'll take you out to the hive and show you how I feed the queen castles. Okay, so this is the queen castle. It's actually both queen castles in this instance. Well, we want the bottom one. I brought the green one out because I wasn't sure what the hive was going to give me as far as material to make a split, so went ahead and brought them both. And maybe you can see that jar lid has got holes in it, and that's what I like to use. So what we'll do, we'll take the jar of real heavy sugar water we just made, put the slotted lid over it, okay, let it do the pouring and everything out. Maybe. And chamber number 2 is the one we want. Still got bees in there. And there you go. Chambers 1, 3, and 4. No bees. Well, there's bees in chamber 1 for some reason. Anyway, that was feeding the queen castle. Doesn't have to be complicated. Doesn't have to be expensive. We just put some sugar in there that was left over from last winter. Put it in the jar. And away we go. So I've got my queen calendar, I checked it. Earliest reasonable return for chamber number 2 would be late April or as late as early May. So thanks for watching. Hope you found some of these tips useful. Click like and subscribe if you want.